Hi, this is Todos Cafeteros, and today I want to look at Colombia's number one center forward, Rafael Santos Borré. Borré was sent to Werder Bremen on loan by Eintracht Frankfurt for the current Bundesliga season 2023-2024. So he stayed in the German Bundesliga, just changing teams. Rafael Borré didn't play a factor at Eintracht Frankfurt anymore, and after Werder Bremen sold their best player, Niklas Füllkrug, to Borussia Dortmund, Borré was sent to Werder Bremen on loan just before the international break in September. He didn't get to play a game for Bremen before that international break, but while on international break, Borré scored the game-winning 1-0 for Colombia against Venezuela in Colombia's first World Cup qualifying game for the 2026 World Cup. You can watch the summary of that game here. I went to the stadium. I'll put the link up here and down in the description below, so you can relive those moments. After the international break back in Germany, Rafael Borré came on for Werder Bremen on match day 4 in the 65th minute for Voltemade. He was not able to make a big difference in Werder Bremen's 2-4 loss to Heidenheim. After getting substituted in, Borré was the main center forward. Ignore number 17 here. He came on only for the last 6 minutes and was involved in some fast runs that skew the average position here. But then on match day 5 in the Bundesliga, Werder Bremen played at home against Cologne on September 23rd. Borré started that game and scored to tie the game in the 31st minute. The assist came from Marvin Duksch, and Borré scored low right with his right foot. Borré then played until the 66th minute before he was substituted out. Borré attempted to shoot on goal twice. One shot was blocked, the other one went in. And him and the team celebrated another 3 points. Then on match day 6, Werder Bremen played in Darmstadt. That game just happened this weekend. Borré started the game again, but was substituted out at halftime after a disappointing half for Werder. They were down 2-0 at that point, and they ended up losing to Darmstadt 2-4. Borré wasn't really a factor in the first half and hardly even made it into the opponent's box. You see the average position chart here. So Werder Bremen seems to rotate a lot on the field. When Borré helped out back defending and a counter-attack resulted in him being on the left wing, then he stayed there until the situation was resolved. I would have wished for him to be more in center attack position in some of those situations, to be more a factor. And that's something that the team needs to work on. But the season just started and Borré had just been with the team for about 3 weeks. In general, Werder Bremen plays a different system than the Colombian national team. They play with 2 center forwards. That's a legacy system that dates back a couple of seasons from when Füllkrug and Duksch started playing very well together. Borré is a different type of player than Füllkrug. So this can only work with Borré and Duksch on the field at the same time. If Duksch starts dropping back, receiving the ball in midfield, and then trying to find Borré with a vertical pass into a run on goal. That worked a couple of times against Cologne, and Werder can't really continue treating both center forwards equally though. That won't work with Borré. Duksch needs to hang back. If coach Ole Werner wants to continue playing with 2 true center forwards though, it's likely that Voltemade will be the starter soon instead of Borré. Because Borré isn't really the player to receive the ball and distribute it. He needs to be the target. It's an interesting scenario to follow in the coming weeks here. Either way, it's quite a different approach to what Nestor Lorenzo is doing with 2 wingers, Diaz and Cuadrado in the national team, where Borré is the sole target up front. Werder Bremen now has 1 more game against Heidenheim before Borré again joins the Colombian national team during the international break. That'll be next week when Colombia plays against Uruguay and Ecuador at match days 3 and 4 at the World Cup qualifiers. Subscribe if you are interested in following along the national team, players or other teams related to Colombian football. This was Todos Cafeteros. Thank you for watching.